what we just bought that is going to change our business, change our productivity, and keep moving us forward. Stick around, I want to show you. So we've been wanting to get a skidster for so long, I can't even explain to you. It's going to change the face of our business. It's going to change how we operate. It's going to allow us to do things and move things like this right here without having to break it down. We can move a whole pallet of wall block now, and without that really being that big of a deal. And that's something for us that's always been a really big challenge. We got to move a lot of material, and it's a lot of work to try to break that down, and you're just killing your guys breaking that down. And I know it's a big purchase, but there's just so many things we can do. Now we've already got bulk mulch at the shop, but now we can load over our dump truck. We already kind of would like to have bulk rock at the shop and some other things. So it's really going to change the face of how our business is operating. And I want to keep you updated on how this new purchase goes, how the guys end up liking it. We've demoed one out on a job for 3 days. The guys have loved it. I mean, it's just so much faster moving materials. And where we sit right now, our large landscape crew will have that machine sitting out on the job until probably mid-November at least, just with the work that's already on the books. So we could really tell it was time. We started getting into the problem of 2 different crews were needing a machine, and now there's a big machine and a little machine, so they can split that, so someone can always have a machine. If there's a really, really big job, both can go out. There's just so many little things that made it feel like the time is right. Our shop has got to the point where it's just so much to clean up. Once things kind of get out of whack, or there's a lot of dirt dumped and we need to separate it out and keep what we want to keep and put the rest kind of in our fill site. It adds up so fast. And the machine, honestly, what we were doing is we were just taking our mini skidster and we were pushing it above and beyond what it should do. We were just killing the machine. I mean, the first year we bought the machine, it got used quite a bit. It got a fair amount of hours on it, but it wasn't insane. The second year we used it, it got used a lot. And then this year that we've used that mini skidster, it literally goes out on the job and it seems like it just runs its guts out the whole time. And I know that the machine is too small for a lot of the things we're trying to do, and it's just going to end up making it prematurely die, because a little machine can only do so much. Now we can kind of put the machines where they're needed. We can do a lot of our little tiny tight excavating with a ditch witch. We can do a lot of our big excavation and moving dirt and filling dump trucks and stuff like that with our full-size machine now. So all around, great machine. We've loved it, and we chose Cat. And this kind of goes back to, guys are always asking, what's the best mower? It's not about what the best mower is. What is the best provider of a mower in your town that's going to give you the best service? And Cat Machines, they've got 3 service trucks driving around. If something breaks down, they're going to get out. If it's under warranty, it's going to get fixed. It's going to get taken care of out in the field. And there's not really much other, in my eyes, for what we wanted, the kind of piece of equipment we wanted, the quality we wanted. It just didn't really seem like there were many other competing options that could compete and still have that level of service. So great all-around package. We were looking at Bobcat, but the only problem is service with Bobcat in our area is not quite the same as what Cat's going to be. And that's something that I think all of you, as you look into machinery, like I said, it's not necessarily going to be about the machine. It's going to be about the service you get provided. And maybe where you live, Cat's 100 miles away, and you've got a Bobcat dealer that their service is incredible, and that's going to be what you want to buy. So great machine. Really excited to use it. Really excited to get some footage of it getting used. I got a little bit here and there. They're going to be finishing up a small retaining wall job this week, and we're going to be moving on to one of the biggest jobs we've ever done. It's probably going to be 2 weeks going through this job, and we're all really excited, and now we're even more comfortable because we got the machinery to get the dirt on and off the site and hauled away and material moved in faster than ever. So I'm going to take you along and try to get you some footage of that. I'm going to take you along, try to keep you up to pace on what's going on with the skidster, this new purchase. Okay, so now it's time for the walk around. I'm going to show you around this machine. I'm going to show you kind of what we're looking at on this machine, what it is, show you some of the features, and give you an idea of what all this thing has. We're loving it so far. Okay, here it is. This machine, I love it. It's awesome. We've been really using it a lot here around the house to clean up. The guys have used it out in the field. I don't really get to run it much during the day, which definitely makes me sad, but I'm out selling the work. I'm not out running the equipment. From what I've seen from some of the other machines, this one has been pretty open. I really like how easy it is to get to a lot of filters, a lot of the different things on the motor, how accessible, how much room there is in through here at the top. Bobcats didn't quite seem to be that tight or that loose. Should be pretty easy to keep up on service. We also have someone that, for us, it's worked out great. I've got a friend that started a small equipment repair shop, so he actually comes out and services all of our equipment on site. It's relatively inexpensive, and it's easy to keep up on all of the stuff that way. So he won't do much on a machine like this, but he'll service it for me. Some of the features it has, we're not going to have this style track. We're gonna have, sorry guys. We're gonna have the bar style track, which is it's gonna have a little more flotation, a little less destruction on lawns. We just don't get on pavement much or concrete, but it'll be the individual bars that go all the way across. As far as other features, I mean, it's kind of exactly what we priced on a Bobcat as well. It's gonna have, this also has Bluetooth, which it's just a radio back there that uses that causes it to have Bluetooth. So that's just back in this corner back here. Your other functions are typical of what we were gonna get on anything. There is auto level bucket, kind of like Bobtacs, but they're automatic. With that red button there is the automatic bucket attachment release. So that's really, really nice. You don't even have to get out of the cab. It's also a 2-speed machine. 2 speeds are amazing, so you don't have to go so slow from site to site. AC, heat, window wipers, parking brake, standard on everything. Up here, there's also a lot of auxiliary. There's a lot of auxiliary switches on each side as well. Lights, I can't even see the other one. But then there's also, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Up in here. There's the Bluetooth speaker. There's your idle, and then there's your screen. Your screen's really nice in this thing. It's gonna show you all you have to kind of look at there. All your different gauges pop up on this screen, and it's your reverse camera, which is a huge thing that what I priced for Bobcat. Reverse camera is pretty much standard on this. Bobcat, that's an add-on. This is a really nice reverse camera on this deal. It works out great, really clean. The lights are really nice and tucked away. Cab lights, maybe not as much, but when you're backing into stuff, these lights are fairly tucked away. Bobcats are more on the surface. All in all, just a great machine. Basically when you're buying a machine, here's that reverse camera right here. But when you're buying a machine, you're just wanting to make sure it's got the lift capabilities that it needs to have for the application you're trying to do. It lifts a pallet like that. That's actually a 1 row short, but I think it's an actual block higher maybe. But it lifts a pallet of that, no problem. Doesn't even phase it. So where that would, that's actually 1 layer short and 1 block short on the back. and we lifted a brand new pallet right off the truck up above the cab of the thing, and it didn't even phase it. Before, we had to split this into layers of 2 just to get this off. And as you can see around the shop, we do a lot of cleanup with this thing. We've got a lot of things tidied back up, so it's gonna be a game changer. We're excited to see how it keeps changing the game for us. And yeah, all around, everybody's just really happy to see something that's going to ease back braking. That's another thing that needs to be thought about. So payments on this, or whatever the case, if you compare that to what you're paying someone in a year, well, it's gonna be hard to go over what you're already paying someone that you're killing just to get work done in a year.